Welcome to SiGMA TV. I am so excited today to be joined by Robert Andersson of Acroud, and we're going to be talking about some brand new news that's just happened in the last couple of weeks and his experience of 2020. Robert, it's so good to have you with me today. How are you?
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. Well, I'm actually doing really good. It's been, as you said, quite an interesting year, I have to admit. But still, we're doing good.
Well, first of all, a massive congratulations on the acquisition of Matching Visions. And this is not only Acroud's purchase now, but also it's part of the collection that you've been gathering over the year. Before we go into the details of this deal and what this means for your portfolio, would I be right to assume that 2020 has been a good year for you at a time when most industries and companies are holding fast through this pandemic? Tell me, is this a brave move or is it a calculated decision?
It is, to start with, we haven't had a brilliant year, actually. We've actually had our struggles this year, but we've also taken it as a chance to redefine ourselves. And, the company as such has some heritage. And I came in March to this company and I'm working hard to drive change. And actually, the company had been on decline for almost 18 months before I joined, so it's been quite a big turnaround mission together with the team that's in place. So part of that has been, refocusing of strategy, and also part of that is both internally, but then also working on getting some fresh capital into the company and refinancing the debt that exists, and then going, if you will, what you refer to, a bit of an acquisition spree here towards the end of the year. 2020 has been much about building the platform for future growth. So it's been a foundation building year for us.
And that's fantastic. I mean, as I mentioned, a lot of companies are hunkering down. They're really just protecting themselves because this year has been unprecedented in unexpected maneuvers and unexpected events, and not just COVID, which is what we talk about, but political climates and political activities as well. So, was that decision always going to happen, or was it slightly motivated by what's been going on around the world and globally, and of course in iGaming as well, in the gaming industry as well?
For me, it's I have in my previous jobs as well been quite captain of change and kind of doing what I do now. So I don't know, I wouldn't say it's been driven by this, but I actually think it has helped affect change quicker. That is certainly something that is true. I would have driven it as hard anyway and the agenda, but okay. I think it's been easier to get buy-in for a quite aggressive change agenda since the world around you is anyway changing so big. So nobody's kind of questioning big drastic decisions in the same way since the world is in turmoil anyway. So the world is in turmoil. Why not? It was an opportunity to drive change hard, and it's not it's been easier that way. So that has been an opportunity for sure.
That is great news. Well, obviously the acquisition is a major piece in the puzzle to move Acroud strategically forward in the direction to become, in your words, the media house of the future, and a fast-growing global challenger in the digital comparison and news services. Now, recent acquisitions seem to have put this plan into place to achieve almost a 360 service provider in your field. Is that the case? Tell me about the portfolio that you're putting together and how that works for the industry.
Yeah, for me, this was really important when I've done a fair bit of acquisitions in the past as well, and this for me had to be. It didn't just need to fit the crowd; the acquisition needs to fit each other as well. So that's why kind of lined it all up and in short succession as well. So it fits really a strategic puzzle for me, but it's also even the acquisitions. If you remove us as a company, these three targets, they would do really great together as a big piece as well. So there are synergies not only between Acroud and each target, but also synergies between all these targets can help out each other as well. And there are, especially in the PMG acquisition, which also contains then matching visions and Vonix. And Vonix, I think, is a real gem in this, which is it's a software as a service, business intelligence and data platform that is used by a lot of affiliates and competitors to us as well. It's a really brilliant piece of software, and I think going forward, this field will just grow. So in that sense, we are going from kind of being a comparison, services tool to also be able to cater a lot more to the back end of this as well. So for me, this holds value, and the software will help us as a company. I've been eyeing this software just to be a customer of it. As it turns out, we're buying it. But we used that software in my previous job at NLabs, that I'm now a board member in. And I've seen a lot of companies use this software, and I've been quite impressed. So this is a big part of the puzzle as well. So we can get all the acquisitions onto this platform as well.
It's a great business model, and it's a fairly unique business model. Is this the way that the industry is going to go? Is this sort of 360 service provider, or in that direction? Can you see other people following your lead?
Each their own in the sense of strategy, I think, and there is going to be a lot of different strategies that works. But the one thing that's becoming more clear to me, at least, is that the normal affiliation business of having a website with top lists offering bonuses it's really hard to create something unique or a unique selling point. It's a competition on how good you rank in search. But if you want to create more value than that, you need to have value adding services on these sites, but you also need to understand and own more of the value chain than just having keywords in the search results. So that's what we are working towards, and to be able to become a much more deeper partner with the operators and our customers, and understand our customers better in the long run.
Well, of course, that's the goal, isn't it? To understand the customers and for everybody to benefit from that. Now, you've been, as I understand it, predominantly active in Swedish markets, with gaming now moving across the globe in 2020, because we've seen so many developments across the Americas, across the Africas. Not just, Europe still is the leader, but are you eyeing up, with all of this activity that you've been undertaking in 2020, are you eyeing up other regions outside of Europe? Is that what you're going to be looking at?
First of all, Sweden is not a big market for us, and we predominantly have not been Swedish. I think our markets are mainland Europe and sure, some Scandinavia, but Scandinavia hasn't historically been a big part. One of our biggest markets for quite some time has been US, and we are aggressively acquiring more and more licenses there.
Brilliant.
So that's a big part. And then, of course, when we are on the topic of geographies, there is one part of the strategy is to go into to kind of fast growth market, emerging markets, and that is what we call internally Project Spearhead, which was the first acquisition that we now closed, which has really fast growing sites in regulated markets in Latin America, as well as in Africa and UK actually. So, but that's legacy. But so there we kind of got really the geographies. With the PMG acquisition, we get kind of two new business models, if you will, because they are a super affiliate plus a software provider, And with the third acquisition, we get sportsbook presence much stronger in the US. So this all fits our strategic portfolio very well and kind of checks a lot of boxes and are not kind of cannibalizing each other or us in any way.
Brilliant news, absolutely brilliant news. Well, listen, Robert, I just want to ask one question, a little bit off topic, but I'm interested, and it's something I'm following at the moment. With communication opportunities, that they're growing exponentially for affiliate networks at the moment. I'm hearing more and more as I talk to people, affiliates using platforms such as TikTok or Twitch or these sorts of things. Is this a trend for the future, or is this just a flash in the plan, and does that have any effect on what you're doing?
I guess it's a trend, and you know, in the sense that it will keep evolving. I don't know what comes next. To be honest, I don't have a TikTok account, but I'm guessing these things will keep popping up, and it's really relevant to be there. So that it's, you know, it's a dying trend, I doubt it. There will be new trends for sure. What they are, I don't know yet.
I don't have a TikTok account either.
Good.
Listen, I'm so thrilled for you. And you were mentioning before, right at the very beginning, it hasn't been an easy year. It hasn't been a straightforward year, but it looks like you have everything in place for a really, really bright future. What can we expect from you guys in 2021?
Everything is a very big encompassing word, but at least we have a lot of pieces of the puzzle. I think for us it's now about taking care of kind of what we are have bought or what we are in the process of buying, making sure that the synergies do get there. And I really, you know, if this year was kind of preparing, next year is really proper sowing all the seeds and for future harvest. So I'm really excited, and it feels like we're going to come out the gates of this year a lot stronger than we went in. And I don't think that, you know, there's not that many businesses that can at least say that. So I think we've taken the opportunities that came up during this year, and we've aggressively gone for them, and I think that's going to benefit us in the future.
That sounds absolutely brilliant, Robert. And from all of us at SiGMA, we're wishing you all the very best at Acroud. So good to hear. Good news from what has been such a tough year. We're going to have our eye on you in 2021, but for now, we're wishing you all the very, very best.
Thank you very much. Likewise.